Hatred, the video game, is out next week on Steam. It's not coming out on GOG.com. They won't have it on a bunch of websites and articles, especially the mainstream press in recent weeks have been getting in a kerfuffle about this game, which basically involves you murdering a hell bunch of civilians.
Oh, don't do that.
Civilians, man. Violence in video games. Have we gone too far? Justin, you're obviously keeping your finger on the pulse news-wise. What do you think about the kerfuffle that's surrounded Hatred?
Well, so the problem isn't that you're killing civilians. We kill civilians in tons of games. Grand
great.
Theft Auto is about, I mean, it's not about killing civilians. It's more how incredibly realistic, for me, like I had a very negative reaction to watching the trailers. You're not just kind of mindlessly bowling over people who are mannequins, who are just like joke characters. You're shooting people in the face who are fighting again, who are saying no, who want to hold on to their lives. And it makes it kind of terrible that you're just like, I'm going to go on a like, why are you doing it? Because I'm crazy. Got to go kill people who are crying, and you're going to shoot them in the face. Like,
so you're saying it as if it's fucked up and mad. Kind of sounds hilarious to me in a weird way. Like you're kind of laughing,
Yeah.
I'm kind of laughing. It does sound like it might be too, like I can definitely see how somebody showing this footage on like CNN might piss people off. It's quite baity that way. But do you think like this sort of violence is too much? In the wake of like you growing up, like were there games that you thought were too much? Because like we go back and think about the violent games back in the day where you think Carmageddon, Soldier of Fortune, Postal 2.
I love Soldier of Fortune.
Soldier of Fortune 1 was great. You could shoot off limbs with a shotgun.
Definitely playing that when I was like 14 or younger, maybe. So, but I will say this: when I see Mortal Kombat X,
right,
and I think about like a kid playing that today, that's like way different than when we were playing Mortal Kombat. And my mom was like, "Hey, that's pretty gross. Like you beat your Clay Fighter instead."
Yeah.
well, I mean, when you punch somebody and then 3 gallons of blood flow out, but it's like, oh, it's all very pixelated and incredibly fake.
But in the new one, man, when it's like kind of detailed and the animations are all good and there's like great sound design, it's like, whoa, man. As a kid, like I guess it's not that much different because it's still cartoony and stuff.
That's the thing,
but
right?
like, is it? I don't know. I can't
It's
tell.
cartoony,
I
but
can't
it
make
looks
that call.
real. Like when you rip off somebody's skull, and it's like, oh, that looks like the inside of a skull and brains, and that's.
I feel really weird about this because like, whenever we get into this area of we shouldn't accept that, or like we should hold games up to a higher standard, like when people say that, it sounds like what like assholes in the mainstream media used to say about games like GTA, where like you don't understand that when we play these games, it's not like it's really not real. Like look at this. This is basically a high-res version of Postal 1. Like this looks like Postal 1. It's an isometric shooter with barely has any color in it, and it's you're just mowing down a bunch of people. Like does this look that bad?
Like I think the gameplay is fine. It's more what I've seen in the trailers that make Hatred less palatable, it doesn't seem like fun. Like I'm in a playground of kind of ridiculous destruction. For me, that's never been a pull. Like I don't go into Mortal Kombat like, I can't wait to see these eviscerations and all this gross stuff. But it doesn't bother me. Like I don't care. Andy, you're all for it.
That's why I play Mortal Kombat. I don't play it because of the fighting.
I don't play Mortal Kombat. It doesn't draw me in.
Yeah, it's got right in his eye, right in his belly.
So like. I was talking about like kids nowadays, but as an adult, like you should be able to do whatever. You should play.
Well, like that's the thing, right? Why are we even talking about these things in terms of kids? Because this is an adult-rated game.
Yeah. But if the game is fun,
which it probably won't be,
which it might be trash,
it
then
kind
that's
of looks
one
like garbage.
thing. But if it's kind of cool, and then it's like, and then it makes you like feel bad for killing, that's kind of powerful. Like, because it's like, oh, please don't kill me, and you're like knife in the eye. So that's kind of powerful. I don't know.
It's more powerful than something like Postal 2, which is a game like, despite but I really loved it. I thought it was so funny. And this is a game where you can. We're looking. This is Postal 3 here. These are games where you're able to like. They're just so dumb. Like 2, everyone thought was super violent because you could like piss in people's mouths.
Yeah.
There was a button for peeing. You could undo your zip and pee.
Yep.
You could set people on fire with a flamethrower and then like pee on them to put them out. Like that's on the face of it. That's kind of, look at this guy. He's just squirting.
What is he putting?
I don't know what he's squirting on these people.
I don't want to know.
But it's not like it's a new thing. I mean, even looking back, like not just Postal, but Call of Duty is something that stands out to me. That as soon as they started putting in those really violent, brutal hand-to-hand kills, like when you go up on a guy and you just jab a knife into his neck and draw it across, I'm like, I don't like to watch that in movies. I'm not going to look away. I don't care. It's not bothering me. But like I don't seek it out. I don't want that.
Or
I play a
everybody's
lot of
gonna have
Animal
a-
Crossing. That's my speed.
Yeah, all right.
First-person GTA was another one where it like stuff
Yeah,
looked
change
real
perspective.
nasty, but I feel like that was worse because that world feels real. Whereas there's nothing about Hatred that makes me think this looks like anything other than just a psychopath's fever dream. In fact, one of the lines from the developer, or sorry, this is actually from Wikipedia. The player-controlled character is a misanthropic, mass-killing psychopath who begins a genocide crusade to kill as many human beings as possible. The developer described Hatred as a reaction to video game aesthetic trends such as political correctness, politeness, vivid color, and games as art. So the top three sound like Animal Crossing, so you must be pretty pissed. Whereas like games as art, like in a weird way, he's making like an artistic statement as games as being an artistic statement with an artistic statement. Like if that's what they're doing, then this is the most pure form of games as art.
Man, I hate when people are calling games art. I'm going to make a piece of art in the form of a game.
Yeah, to show them.
Man,
Like,
games
I guess
don't have to be art.
It kind of would be interesting if what you're saying, like if it does make you feel bad.
Yeah, well, that's up to that's what's great about games. Everybody feels different. Like, but I'm all for pushing the envelope. Like,
Yeah.
I grew up in an area that was super conservative, right? And so like I felt like I needed to push things and offend people. And movies I made were super violent for no other reason than it was cool for us. It's like that's what we wanted to see. I want to see games like that, and I'm maybe calming down from that more and more as I get older. But like, yeah. Violent games, there's a place for it.
Yeah.
There's a time for it.
Do you seek that
am
out
I
in
going to go
movies?
out and admit to everybody that I just did on the lobby? But like, am I going to go like tell everybody that I meet like, hey, I love this game. It's the most violent game I've ever played. No, probably not. But it's like something I would definitely check out and be like, yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to the point yet where a violent game can be heralded as something like wonderful. Like think of something like Kill Bill, for instance, which is like two movies
Yeah.
of really gnarly
That got like
violence.
mainstream
Yeah,
praise and
yeah.
like, hey, look at this.
I don't know, The Last of Us had incredibly violent scenes and the way that you murdered and eviscerated people.
Good point.
Like,
Yeah.
and it's still critically lauded and
Yeah.
a great game.
That's a really good example, actually. Yeah.
We'll have to see if Hatred is another one of those. From what
it's the
I've
next
seen,
Last of
I'm
Us.
not saying it's going to be the new Last of Us, but it could surprise us. We don't know. I guess we'll find out next week. It's available on Steam. It's not available on GOG. It's on the Sora as well. GOG have decided not to. According to the developer, they refuse to distribute the game. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, there might be a good game behind it, not just a bunch of press and fun marketing. We'll know in a couple of days. But let us know what you think in the comments below.